Om Namah Shivaya, Asanast Fire here on the way of Dharma. If you are a new viewer, please make sure that you do subscribe. If you are a returning old viewer, please make sure that you do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure that you like, because I'm definitely sure you will like the video. Before we continue, I'd like to introduce you to the way of Dharma. The way of Dharma is a channel whereby we share knowledge about mantras, meditation, spirituality from the Eastern tradition, and spirituality from the Western esoteric systems, as well as voodoo and other magical systems that you may encounter or that we have information of. Now, for today's topic, I'm going to talk about something that I remembered only today, after it's been years of my it's been my practice for years when I was beginning as a Luciferian. It's a very, very cool topic that will intrigue most of you beginners and those of you who are advanced and want to further their path and their practice in the dark arts of Namah Shivaya. So before we continue, I sell chanting beads, I sell gemstones, I sell statues, I sell rings, protective rings, I sell different types of bracelets and bangles for spiritual purposes, of course. So please make sure that you do hit me up with the email at arsenist.fya@gmail.com. arsenist.fya@gmail.com. For those of you who are in other provinces, I will make sure that I courier it via PEP courier. And for those of you who are in America, I'm sorry, at the moment I can't courier anything to you. And also, if you want to participate in readings and consultations, make sure that you do hit me up on the email at arsenist.fire@gmail.com. Consultations and readings are in actuality $10 for those of you who want to participate. Om Namah Shivaya. Now let's go into today's topic. As I was cleaning and preparing the room today for something that I'm working on, I remembered something while I was looking back at my old stuff. I saw this. Notice you can see my hand behind it, and you also can see the screen or the device that I'm using to actually record you guys. So it doesn't matter if you can see through it, but if you can put it behind the background, it actually becomes black. What is this and what is it used for? This is actually a scrying mirror, or as you would like to say in America, a mirror. Yeah, yes, it's a scrying mirror or a mirror that is used for scrying. It is said that it is one of the gateways to Lilith's rhythm. Not rhythm, realm. It's one of the portals or the gateways to Lilith's realm. The astral portal to Lilith's abode, to where Lilith dwells. Who is Lilith? In some texts, Lilith was said to be Adam's first wife who disobeyed God because she realized the power within her and refused to bow to God and was cast out of the garden as a result of that. And then she went on to pursue magic and spirituality. So she, along the way, became a goddess. She is actually the goddess of what? Of seduction and all those stuff. It's actually a perverted version of a goddess who is actually from the Sumerian pantheon, who is in actuality Ishtar. I think I'd like to think it's Ishtar, who was later called Astarte and all that stuff. So she's actually the demoness or the mother of demons, or is it the incuba? Yes, I think it's the incubus demon, the demoness, the female demon, who actually comes to those who have sex and copulate while they don't use their semen or sperm to actually reproduce. She steals the semen and sperm to then create servitors, which are then little demons or young demons. Om Namah Shivaya. That's just a story. I don't know if it does literally happen that way, but I don't care. I have something protecting me. Om Namah Shivaya. So as you start in the Luciferian path, you get introduced to so many tools of magic, and one of them is actually the scrying mirror. Scrying mirrors can be used as crystal balls for what? For mirror gazing, which is in actuality called scrying. When you scry into the mirror, when you look long enough, images start to form in front of the mirror, and in some cases the image might form in your mind's eye. It actually stimulates your mind's eye. If you want to build psychic abilities in terms of opening up your third eye and stimulating your imagination or your mind's eye, you can then refer to the arts of using what? The scrying mirror to actually stimulate that and get visions out of it. My experience with the scrying mirror, I haven't summoned Lilith before, but I used it to actually summon the jinn in Bal Kadmon's book, where I summoned a jinn and actually saw a red devil with horns in the mirror. In the mirror, like literally in the mirror, I saw the demon that was assigned, not the demon, the jinn that was assigned to me to actually help me with what I was manifesting at the time. So I actually saw it materialize in front of me. So a scrying mirror is very helpful in such cases where you want to summon spirits but you can't see it physically on a physical dimension. You can actually use your scrying mirror to actually see that and perceive those entities. Scrying mirrors can also be used to traverse into the astral realm through it. You can be sitting here on your asana or in your chair and actually focus on the scrying mirror and do what? Project yourself into that mirror. You create a scenario by or through visions that you would have, or through invocations to the demon mother, which is Lilith. Lilith, Abitu, Abizu, Babylon, and all that stuff. When that vision materializes in front of you, after invoking the names of Lilith, the demoness, you actually project yourself into the scenario or the scene or into the realm of which you are invoking. So you go through the mirror and actually travel into that realm astrally. It is an advanced practice. Don't be reading Michael Ford's books and thinking that you can achieve that. Maybe you might because of your karma, or maybe you might because of the level of advancement at which you are. But in my experience, it wasn't easy. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was using it to scry solely for that. So it's a very, very powerful tool for that, for stimulation of your mind's eye. I think I should get back to those practices very soon to actually perceive some of the entities that might be found on the astral realm. It's a very, very powerful tool. In other cases, the scrying mirror can be used for divination. How so? You might do a ritual for divination to actually perceive maybe your enemy or someone who's attacking you, and look through that black mirror. Faces will appear after you've done the ritual and after you've done the ritual of divination to actually perceive that face. You might get an impression of that person, or you might actually see the face of that person in the scrying mirror. So it is used for such purposes. Om Namah Shivaya. Now let's get into the second section of this part of this video. Before we go there, let me tell you of my story. Before I had this mirror, this rectangular mirror, I actually had a mirror before this one, which was circular, which was circle. I used an old clock. I took out the back part and the clock, the actual clock, and then I took the glass. I then found a spray, a black spray can, and sprayed it over it, and then it became black. As it became black, I returned it into the clock as it was circle, and then I put back the back part so that it can stay dark. And then for consecration, to make it sacred, to make it ready for waking, I wrote something like Lilith on the mirror, And then after doing that, I actually went on to bury the black mirror inside or under the earth. I went on to do that because it was prescribed to do so in the full moon basically, and then you take it out in the other full moon. But then I didn't feel nice about it. I was impatient and uneasy to see what had happened about the mirror, because I could see even then that I was being played basically. It's a stupid thing to think of it now that I did at the time. So I buried the mirror, and then do you know what happened? The pressure of the ground as it goes and tries to as gravity pulls it back, the pressure of the earth actually broke my mirror, and then it was then broken in half. When I took it out, I realized this, and it was also moist. I don't know where the moist comes from. Maybe it's humidity while it goes underground. It does that. But then I did so, and my velvet cloth was actually wet, and it had a muddy-like substance. And then I took it out. I discovered this. I was so upset, and then I threw away the mirror. I couldn't use it because it was broken. Uh, and I had doubts when I was busy closing and burying it, because I could see that the pressure was going to be too much and the mirror was delicate. So make sure, if you want to follow through with such rituals, find a strong glass like the one you see behind me. It's actually another black mirror. It's a strong one, but I use it for putting yantras, as you can see. So find such a thing, and then if you want to consecrate it by burying it and pleasing Lilith the mother, you can do so. Another thing that I would like to tell you: demons from the Luciferian pantheon, as I was taught, they they accept offerings such as hair and nails. So I used to have a bunch of hair that I had because this is actually my second time growing my hair. And look now, my dreads are now big. I had hair, it was an afro before this, and then I took that hair, went to shave, took that hair and put it inside a plastic bag, and then I was using it for offerings in my rituals. It was successful. I successfully summoned a demon called Suntal Ok in 2021, and I believe some of my progress can be attributed to him, because I could feel his presence most of the time. And this demon, I was attracted to him by a guy called J.S. Garrett, who's in actuality a left-hand practitioner who is part of become a living god, the Balgu crew. Some of them stupid fools. Yes, anyway, let's continue. I'm not insulting anyone. Namah Sivaya. Peace be unto you. So yes, guys, I got that ritual from him, which is a wealth and prestige ritual from him. So I used to offer my hair to Suntal Ok, and I would get beautiful results. Reason why I'm telling you about hair and nails when you offer them is because I'm going to get to the second part or portion of the video, the part of the video where I'm going to talk about that in detail. So I used to offer that, and I used to get beautiful results out of that. Man, I miss those days, but now I'm focusing on better things. And man, let's continue. So the second part of the video, this one is for a guy who always likes to comment, well, who used to comment in my videos. I think his name is also Michael. So yes, guys, the sadhanas that I'm mentioning, the practices that I'm showing you now, can be further read upon from the books of Michael W. Ford. I'll do a video later on after this video reviewing his books and making sure of trying to show you guys that whether it's an investment buying that guy's books, or man, all that stuff. I'll review his books. So here, guys, I have a seal that I drew from one of his books, The Bible of the Adversary. One day I shall expound on how I came into this left hand path practice. I will expound on that on namah Shivaya. So yes, guys, as you can see over here, it's actually a sigil of Nahimoth. Nahimoth, I'd like to think, or if I can remember well, is in actuality one of the demonesses that are under Lilith, or another name for Lilith is in actuality Nahimoth. I can't quite remember. There's another one that they call namah. Yes, Nahama or Nama. Naham, yes, Nama. So there's Nahimoth, there's Nama. Another funny thing, if you can check, this sigil inside of the seal is in actuality the sigil for Lilith in the Necronomicon. There's a demoness that they call Lilith. From the Sumerian pantheon. Let me check if I can find something that can relate to what I'm telling you guys. It's my old book. This one I used to record many information in this book, and I miss those days, man. One day I shall talk about my spiritual path and how I acquired most of the knowledge and information that I have now. Because it's actually strange. It's actually strange remembering those days and how I initiated myself into this path. So yes, guys, the seal that I showed you is similar to some of the seals that you will see in this book. One of them is actually written in a Persian language, as most of these Luciferian paradigms are actually based on what? Yes, I think I got it now. This is the seal of Taromat or Taromati. Yes, Taromat is the spirit of discontent which leads to spiritual rebellion. You might use Taromat to inspire the search for more knowledge, to find a higher station in life, to become something more. I'd like to think Taromat actually corresponds or is in actuality a Jupiter energy spirit, basically a Jupiter energy spirit. So the seal would look like this, written in I'd like to think it's a Persian. Yes, a Persian language. Yes, as you can see on namah Shivaya. I'm showing you these things so that you can see that I mean what I'm saying when I say that I was a Luciferian before and I used to do these things. So yes, you would look at the sigil and focus on the sigil and actually activate it. Let me give you the method of activating the sigil. Of course, it's not how it's written in the book, but I've made it short for you beginners to be able to work around through it and actually get results from it without reading the lengthy texts of Michael W. Ford, which are stupid when I look back. But I know he was trying to fill up a book with information, so you end up writing unnecessary stuff. So let me fix something with my leg. I was on an asana for like an hour. So yes, I feel it definitely. I definitely feel it. So the way for activating the seal that I showed you. Okay, the thing that you would do when working with this method, you would find such a seal. As I've told you, Taromat is in actuality a spirit of discontent which leads to spiritual rebellion. What does he mean? He means that Taromat is the spirit that you should approach when you want spiritual knowledge or enlightenment, basically. So when you want to attain more knowledge, higher office, you approach Taromat. Discontent meaning growth. You are not content with where you are. Things are at a halt. You want to expand. So you consult with Taromat or Taromat. So having that intent in mind, you choose and you make a copy of the sigil You can either draw it on a paper or on a cardboard, whichever is convenient for you. So you choose an evening. I don't know why it's an evening specifically, but I think you can do it even during the day. So you make a copy of the sigil, you put it away for when you are able to use it or when you are ready to use it. You choose an evening where you will not be disturbed for your entire working or for your entire ritual. Write that down. Have your seal ready in front of you on an altar. Light two black or two red candles and place at either side of this the seal on your altar. Meaning you put one candle on the left and another on the right from namah Sivaya, and then it lights up the whole thing. And then step 3, while looking intently with intention at the seal you have made, take 7 deep breaths while thinking of what you want to achieve. Not 7 per se, several, it can be more. Whatever it can take for you to actually get into that zone and do that. Whatever time, whatever many counts of breaths you will need. Just do that. And then while thinking of what you want to achieve, what your goal, your vision, your intent, your purpose for the ritual. And then you slowly turn your head up and recite these words. Namah. I'm sorry. Kemna, Aharaman, Ihavede. You see this guy? And then Deva Amere Tatem, Yatuki Sala, Okmanosho. And then you take you see now, it goes to the part where I'm showing you parts of what I don't like about this guy's books. And then it says, Deva, bless this rite. I bless this rite with her to offer to Druj. Druj are children of the devil, which are demons. Deva, hear me. And then you speak the name of Taromat. So you would say, I bless this rite with her to offer to Druj. Deva Taromat. Deva, hear me, Taromat. And then you then say, I ensorcel thee to this circle, to this symbol, to rise up through me. And then you get to step 4. You focus on the seal and visualize the goals and aims you wish to achieve. Don't allow any form or any shadows to disturb you while doing this ritual, because forms might appear, some of the hallucination things might appear while you are focusing on that. It's another way of entrapping you and bringing you into this paradigm to make you think you're doing something serious, but it's just that. And then you go to step 5, and then you recite this. Ba namai aharaman umpesta yatukisala. Hear me, spirits of the earth. Hear me, spirits of the air. Hear me, spirits of the fire. Hear me, spirits of water. And then you take your sigil or your seal, you place it where it will not be seen for another use, another time. Another form of this, you can actually do what? Take the sigil, do those steps, and then visualize the spirit manifesting into counterpart, and then you continue with your ritual of evocation to actually evoke the spirit into physical existence. And you can also do what? Evoke the spirit to appear in the black scrying mirror after doing that. And then I think you will be able to manifest such appearances of spirit. So now I told you about the hair and nails. Hair and nails are used to actually offer to Druj, the children of the demon, which are used as tools to make more servitors. So it's semen, it's hair, and it's your nails. They use them to create more demons. Lilith does so, as it is said in the path of Luciferianism, in the early books and early practices. You were taught that This is what the demons use to actually create more demons and servitors to build their nation, to devour. That's what they say, to devour. So yes, guys, you would offer hair and nails to do that on Namashiva, and then you do that. I bless this right with hair to offer to Druj. I don't know what you do, because now, suppose you have hair on hand, do you offer it to the spirit or do you burn it in the candles? You know, it's something about this guy's books. This guy's books are so vague, and they are impractical for beginners to work with. The best books the best book that I've come across so far by Michael Ford is actually the Vampiric Gate. It's applicable and it's well written, and you can practice most of the stuff that are in there. But in this book that I'm reading this from, there's actually so much bullcrap. Anyway, we are not there to speak about that. We were here to speak about the Scrying era and the seals of the Yatuk dinoih, the path of sorcery, derived from the Persian word Yatuk or Yatus, plural Yatus, one Yatuk, the what, the witch, the wizard, the sorcerer. Anyway, guys, I also sell incense, and I also sell murtis, which are statues, deity statues, Ganesha, Lord Shiva, Murugan, Saturn, basically anything that you want to buy, which is a statue in Hinduism. I sell that also. You can contact me at arsonist.fya@gmail.com. Om Namah Shivaya. I'd like to conclude this video. Make sure that you do subscribe, make sure that you like, and if you want to share with someone who you think this knowledge will benefit, please feel free to do so. Om Namah Shivaya.
Ja kwanza mikoso yo. Everyone know how to fire burn. Everyone a live in fear. Babylon we burn them dead. Everybody know Jah Kwan had the fire burn. We burn them till we see the ash. Kill them all and done we gone. Babylon a come fi take over I and I. Everyone know how the fire a fi burn. Babylon come if you pack up and run. Me say everyone know how the fire a fi burn. Babylon come if you pack up and run. Yeah. Friction come fi Sivaya night. The people them a live up and die. We stand up just to see it and cry. We a die, them a die. The people them a come fi us, tell them about liberation. We a fi live up and live up and kill. People them are looking at us like we a dream. Oh, it a fi change one day, yeah.